People can go for an all-night prayer meeting just to pray for music. They can go with the intention of singing and end up praying the whole night. One thing that I've never done anyway is go and solicit for a collab outside there. Because obviously some of them I've heard that they charge exorbitant amounts just to have a collaboration with you. AI has made it easier to get things. I will say, as a preacher, you can want scriptures, you can want some quotes. Obvious preachers used to use Google. They would Google things and bring them together. But with AI now, it can just bring those things.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk with myself, Mordecai Kamanga. And today I've got a guest. And this guest is one of my favorite. If I go online, man, I like the vibe, the energy that this brother of mine have when he's doing his music thing. So I thought it would be best to invite him so we can have a chat and to talk. But I'm not going to introduce him. He's going to do it himself. So welcome, Marvin Dube. So, brother, you can introduce yourself to the viewers.
Yeah. Hi, viewers. It's Marvin here. I'm happy to be on this podcast. My first time to be on a podcast, but it brings a lot of joy. I'm happy to be here just to share my journey and have a chat with my brother here. I'm happy.
Yes, that's wonderful. I'm loving the energy. I feel like this is going to be one of the best interviews or the talks that I'm going to have. So I've seen you a lot, man, on Facebook posting music. You do music. I've listened to a number of your music. Like this morning, I was listening to another song that you did with Zwida.
Oh, that one.
Hey, I'm forgetting the title. I just saw it today.
It's called Muno Ziva.
Yes, I love that song. I love that song. But before we get into that, who is Marvin Dube and how did the journey start? The music journey. Can you tell us a bit of a background of your music journey?
So as any creative, anyone who's into music, the journey is always different. It's always got its ups and downs and everything. But for me, my inspiration and how I started, it comes from my mother. The prophet says the first Bible every child has is their mother. My mother just had this one cassette long back where they recorded their voices with some of her friends singing as a choir. It wasn't clear, but I loved the fact that she recorded something and it stuck in my head. Would go to church, would sing, would do everything. But it started growing every time whenever I think about music. That inspiration from my mother, I thought she had a dream to sing, she had a dream to record that she did not really achieve. And she didn't really go far in that ministry. May her soul rest in peace. So now it drove me to carry on, and the energy never ends. I feel like at times, am I being too much or something? But well, I keep going.
I feel like maybe that gift of your mother. So you are saying she never recorded anything after the cassette that you found.
No, never. Yeah, she
So
never.
can we safely say that maybe her dream of recording is living through you? Because
Exactly.
it seems like you record every day.
Something like that. Because if something clicks in my mind, maybe I'm just seated. I'm thinking of something, and I just say, okay, let me do music. And while I'm doing music, I say, okay, if I capture this thing, I think it would help someone else. Then I capture it. I keep it as a memory. Sometimes I don't post it right away, but I can post it sometime later. But yeah, I'm always recording almost every day.
What about the creative process that you use in recording your music? Do you how do you write music? Do you wake up and think of a song, or the song can just come in a dream? Like, what is the creative paper? This word is just
I,
running away from me. Creative process. Yes.
yes. For me, it's a bit funny because when it started, I thought it was probably disturbing me because when the preacher is preaching, like when I'm in church, I'm seated, there's a sermon,
Yeah.
and the preacher says something that just it hits my mind and it comes as a song,
Hmm.
and I start singing whilst I'm in church, and most of the times I told myself, wow, isn't it maybe the devil or something that's disturbing me from focusing, from listening to the word? But I can
Yeah.
just get lost and the song keeps ringing maybe throughout the service. I
Mm.
try to ignore it and it comes back. Yeah, that's how it happens, and mostly I get it will be a chorus, like just the
Mm.
chorus. I don't get the verses. I There are some songs here where I get the verses,
Mm.
but now that's why at times I end up not recording more songs
Mm.
because I can get a chorus. I can just play it on the guitar or keep singing it, but I don't have the verses.
Mm.
But sometimes now, when I sit down and I'm meditating, I'm probably reading, that's where I start now getting words and in my mind, and I write down, then I can record the song. I've got a lot of choruses. I've got a lot of them that I haven't recorded. I just play them, I put them there.
Mm.
Sometimes, yeah, that's how
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
So if you
Yeah.
get a chorus, let's say you are in a service and then you get a chorus, or maybe a verse. Do you
Yeah.
also then, you are telling me that you've got many choruses? Do you sometimes go and sit down and start writing, or you do the writing while recording the final song or the demos?
Some of the choruses, I forget maybe after the service if I don't write
Mm,
them. Some
okay.
stick in my head. If they stick in my head, I can just write a note in my book or notebook. But the problem is, if I really don't dwell on that song at the end of the service, I can forget the tune.
Oh, or you write the words, but then you forget the tune of the song.
I forget the tune. So yeah, it's the thing. You can't really explain these things to
Yeah.
say how it works, but at the end of the day, it keeps driving me. If I get one that sticks in my head even after service, I can just get my phone, record a voice note of the song. That's what I've resorted to doing these days. I
Hmm.
just record a voice note, keep it in my phone. When I've got free time, I'll go back to that voice note and listen again. And yeah, that's what I've resorted to because I kept on forgetting some of the songs, and I try to think. Oh, we got disturbed. Are you still there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
hope it won't affect the recording. Eh?
No, we will sort it out.
We'll sort it out. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I was saying I've resorted to recording now. I just get my phone, I record a clip, voice recording, and
Mm.
I store all those voice notes in my phone. And yeah,
So, but now,
it's
if you are
now
in
got.
church, what do you do? Let's say do
If
you
I'm
go out to the restroom and record?
Sometimes
Oh.
that's what I end up doing, but
Uh,
the ones that I record are the ones that stick maybe throughout the service. And when I get to my car before I drive, I can just
we can
record
just get there.
that voice note and just keep it. But sometimes, yeah, if it's intense, I can even go and just record a clip in the restroom and say, okay, I'll
No, okay.
keep this one.
So
Yeah,
all the songs that you record, do you only listen? Do you only draw inspiration from the sermons, or do you read somewhere where you read and then also draw inspiration? Because I think um,
yeah,
there is inspiration that comes, right, and there is
yes,
also inspiration that you call to say, or you
yes,
think, I say, I want to record a song. Like, you know that you want to to write a song.
yeah.
Do you have times like that, or it only comes with
So,
inspiration?
So it's the last two songs that I've worked on are Tinetariro, and
Yeah.
there's another one that I'm working on now. Uh, the way Tinetariro happened, I got just a chorus where I was dwelling on what I'm seeing online. That was a thought that came to my mind, like seeing that you'll see that the youth, the younger generation nowadays, you can't really tell them anything.
Mm,
If you go online, you'll see them bashing deacons, bashing pastors, and everything. So it was
mm,
a thought that kept ringing in my mind. And
yeah.
one day when I was playing guitar, just fine tuning my guitar skills, I
Mm,
captured the melody, and then just started singing along and putting the idea and the burden that I have, and
mm.
that brought on Tinetario, and yeah, the way it is coming out now. And
Oh, it,
also the one, yeah, sorry.
I love that song. I was listening to it again today.
Yeah.
You can expand on how that song came about, and also it's a collaboration with another artist. And
Yes.
how do you also introduce a song to another artist to say, I've got a song that I want us to do together? Or do you also hear the voices like, oh, this song so and so can fit into the song? Because I've seen that you have many collaborations.
Yeah. So it depends. Some collaborations are mostly to do with my vocal capabilities.
Mm.
I've got that revival voice. I don't have that
Yeah.
sweet melodious voice where I can really go up the high notes. So if I feel like I won't do justice to the song, I can just
Mm.
ask someone to add a verse. I can probably give them the liberty to say, oh, well, come up with something that you put that's nice, that will make the song, that will complement to what the inspiration that I have. So
Mm.
that's basically how I do if I'm doing a collab. I think most of the collabs that I've had were basically due to the fact that I feel this song could go far if
Mm.
I got someone with a vocal capability that can lift it up. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then
Yeah, yeah.
also, in reverse to that, do some people also come with, if let's say I've got a song that I want you to help me sing, I also don't have a vocal range to reach a certain note, or the low notes, like you're saying that you don't really hit the high. They say I want the lower notes. How do you accept people asking you for collaborations?
Yeah, I do accept. I've got so far I've got I think two collabs that I did with people coming to me saying, "Well, I love your work. Can we work together?"
Mm.
Mostly the people that come to me, it's not more about the vocal range, but it's more
Okay.
about someone who's just loved your work and wants to work with you.
Yeah.
Some of them are my young guys that I grew up looking up to me,
Mm.
who say, please, can you do a song with me? I followed your ministry from when you were
Mm.
a song leader, and I would like to sing with you.
It's so
Like the
cool.
one that I did with a brother called Mtanda. So he came to me and said, yeah, please, can we? And I said, oh, brilliant. I'm happy to work with anyone as long as I've inspired that person in a way and I believe in their vision. I can
Yeah.
work with them. Yeah.
Okay. Do you also, let's say someone is a gospel singer but not in the message, would you accept a collaboration, or do you also ask for collaboration? Would you do that? Let's say someone comes, because you might not go, but if they come and say, "Ish, Marvin, I've I saw your work, man. I love it, and I love your voice. I would want you to feature on this song." Would you accept that? And
That's
what terms, if you're accepting, what terms do you have to say no, or conditions to say, "No, I can do it, but I don't do it this way, or I'm not going to do it."
Oh, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Although, considering the message circles and where we are coming from,
Mm.
it's a tricky one. But I've had collabos, yes, with people that are not from the message. But what I do is we agree on the principles that we have, and sometimes you'd feel like this person might be drawn even to the word by working with me. If
Oh
I
yeah.
turn them down, it might damage them. I might act as if I'm not feeling more special or something like that.
Mm.
One thing that I've never done anyway is go and solicit for a collab or outside there.
Mm.
Because obviously some of them I've heard that they charge exorbitant amounts
Oh yeah.
just to have a collaboration with you
But,
and
but for
everything.
someone who doesn't charge, let's say that just for free, would if you ask them for like someone that you go to and say, can you please feature my song, and they don't charge you anything, like for free.
As I'll go back to what I said, with the principles that we have in the message and the guidance that we have from the scriptures,
Mm,
you would really trod very, very carefully on those parts if you had to take them.
mm,
Just make sure you don't want to feed the
mm.
bride with things that are not okay,
Yeah,
and at the same time you don't want to end up messing someone's spiritual journey and act as if you are too important than them. So
mm.
to answer that, I would say yes, I would work with someone, but based on
There's terms and conditions.
how, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tight one.
I
I,
see
I really
you're
don't want
struggling
to.
to answer to that, but
I really don't want
yeah,
to say, this is an online platform, and
yeah,
it's easy for someone to to misunderstand
yeah,
what you're trying to say.
and twisted.
But basically, yeah, and twist it. You find
Mhm.
someone cutting a clip and saying, "Oh, Brother Marvin, he said he can work with so and so."
Yeah,
They'll actually put names now to it.
yeah. When there was no name.
Yeah, when there was no name, they'll put names saying, "Oh, you can work with so and so, you can do this." But basically, I have worked with people who are not
Yeah,
from the message,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and you would find that some of them, they've got a beautiful spirit. They
yeah.
are gifted. They actually drive you to pray harder than you are
Mm,
praying
mm,
now.
mm, mm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've gone to rehearsals
Mm,
both in the message and outside the message, and you'd find that first thing first in the message,
mm.
most of the musicians, they don't do rehearsals. They don't dwell much on music. If
Oh,
you go to that other end,
that's
rehearsal
it.
is key. People can go for an all-night prayer meeting just to pray for music. They can go with the intention of singing and end up praying the whole night. So I saw
Hey.
that. Oh, this is, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
even what you're saying is important. You touched on something that I never thought of, because I have seen most in most of our churches that people don't rehearse, don't even practice, right? A musician,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
say
yeah.
a pianist would go, maybe they have a keyboard at their home. They only practice there. There's a song we practice there. It's only a few that
Yeah,
really do rehearsals as a team. Because I think
very,
what is
very.
important is for musicians, you practice at home, but you rehearse at church with
Yeah,
others, or at somewhere with
yes,
others. And also, I've seen now most of our singers, they just come to church and sing without even rehearsing. They'll come and
yeah,
you, maybe you are a pianist. They come to you and say, "I want to
yes,
sing Jerusalem." Whereas we did
yeah.
practice together. How I don't even know how you're going to sing this song. So why? How do you think that is a problem that is maybe holding us back also?
I think it's a problem. Any musician, if you discuss with the brothers, even from Trinidad, who were really into music,
Mm,
you'd see that the hours that would spend in rehearsal, and it's all about, even would put the prayer life. The amount of time you spend in prayer
mm,
defines your spiritual journey,
mm,
the life you're going to live up out there. So even in music, the amount that you're going to spend in rehearsal
mm,
is going to perfect or fine tune your gift to a
mm.
level where you are. We don't want to, like what Brother Branham says, to like to practice your voice and make it end up being fancy, like what that quote says. We
Mm.
are not talking about that. We're just talking about being in tune,
Yeah.
uh, presenting something that is worthy of being accepted by the
And you
bride.
can't also
So,
just do haphazard things with God.
yes,
You must also make
yes,
sure you
that's
know what you do. Like what you're saying, I spoke to Daniel Bishop the other time. I think
yeah,
it was early this year, and he
yes,
was also talking about practicing and stuff. He told me that they practiced for about 3 months. They can practice a song for about three
yeah,
months. Hence, you
yes,
see the kind of the quality of music they put out there. They don't just come up, or we wrote a song and then we just sing it the next
yeah,
Sunday. They take their time to practice and rehearse the song. So it's something.
yeah,
Those are the things that are holding most of our people back. here, especially
Yes.
here where we are, this part of the world in Africa. So
Yeah.
I want to talk about the creative block, because I know every creative. I'm a creative myself. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, there are sometimes you want to do something, you want to create a piece of
Hmm.
art,
Yeah.
and then you can't, you are failing to do it. But this is your job. This is
Mhm.
something that you do every day. You want to
Yes.
create a piece of art, but it's your mind doesn't want. It's saying,
Yeah.
no, maybe I'm tired or I just don't want. How do you deal with
Yes.
that?
Uh, what I do most of the times, I've heard that like here, well, the night shifts that I do, like the kind of work that I do, I'm prone to get physically and mentally tired.
Yeah.
What I just do, I just stop. I stop for a week, and you'd find that because I'm addicted to music,
Mm.
after the moment I withdraw, the pressure that I'll have to come back is, oh, you won't be able to handle it. My solution is just to pull back a bit. Not very long, but just for a short time.
For a short
I
time.
just switch off and pull back, switch off everything.
Mm.
Then when I come back, well,
And
I'll
you
be
just
recharged.
reload and refresh.
Yeah, exactly. You reload and refresh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I've seen that you play the guitar acoustic as well as the piano keyboard. And how did you start playing music?
it's not something that I started long back. I wasn't playing any instrument. Probably when I was back home in Zim, the job that I did was so demanding. I didn't have time for myself. So
Mm.
when I got here, I told myself that okay, I want to play an instrument. I
When
bought a guitar, I bought a keyboard.
when did you start?
I started last year.
Last year.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You can go on.
I started last year. I'd never touched an instrument.
Before.
I'd never. Back in Blawayo, where the brass band,
Mm.
Pastor Ngwenya once told me to join the brass band. I joined it for a few days. I
Mm.
was given an instrument, the saxophone. I blowed it for a few minutes, but then I said no.
This is not for
I
me.
took the, I was also given a, what do they call that thing? The accordion. What is it? The one that you blow with your mouth.
Is it
Yeah,
cl-
the
clarinet?
something like that. Yeah. So then I said no. It's not like I didn't want. I wanted to, but I didn't have the time. So
Oh,
when I got here, I just said
mm.
I'm going to play something,
Yeah.
and I'm getting along well, considering that it's just a year, and I don't practice like every day. I practice when I got time. I don't have a teacher. I'm teaching myself.
Hmm.
So yeah,
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 I've seen most of the musicians in the West. They play instrument. I mean, the singers. They make sure they
yeah,
play it's either piano or guitar. How is
yeah,
that important for a musician? Because you are telling me that you started last year, but now
yeah.
because that you have a bit of time, how is that
Mhm.
important for a singer to play an instrument to complement their gift of singing?
It is very, very important. I don't know how much I can stress it. I've Within the period that I've been playing, I saw that I missed out a lot,
Mm.
because even if you are interpreting a song to the guys that are going to play your song, obviously since you're basic, you're not going to play the song on your own. You look for people who can play it better.
Yeah.
But um, if you can't tell the person the exact melody, the exact way you want the song to go, the
Yeah.
exact tempo, they are going to bring in something that excites them, but which is not along
What
to
you want?
what you want. So
Oh.
I think the four songs that I did last year up into this year,
Mm.
the acoustic helped me a lot. I would strum and play what I want, and I send it to whoever is producing the song. say, please, can you do this for me? He's
Mm.
going to tell me what works and what doesn't work. Then we'll agree on what to work on. And I've seen it working. Unlike when you go and say, oh, I've got a song. Hey, the song goes like, and this person will look at you and say, okay,
Yeah.
because they are in the studio, it's
Yeah.
business. He's going to try to bring up something, but
Yeah, but not exactly
yeah,
what you want.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
found that
important.
it's very important for a musician, for a singer to be able to play an instrument because it
Yes.
makes the
Mhm.
job of the producer much easier. But I thought you produce your own music.
I don't. I'm still too basic. I do. There are times like the things that I post on a daily basis. I do them on my own. I record my keyboards, I record my acoustic, and I put the drums and everything on my own. But it's still too basic. But it's something that I can just do so that I can post the bride as a ministry, post to
Mm,
the bride as a ministry. But when I really want to work on a project, I look for someone who's professional to produce it
mm.
for me, because I
So,
know that yeah,
so the music that you've been producing recently, were they done in Zim or you did them here? There
they were
with
done.
right?
They were done in Zim. I would capture my vocal
Mm,
here, send it to a producer in Zim.
mm,
Producer in Zim looks for a band or creates a beat for me and everything. He sends it back to me. I put my actual vocal, the one that I want. I put it. Then I'll group people in Zim who are going to work on the backing vocals. They add the backing vocals, and they send me back. We agree on if is it working. We try to fix the song until we agree that no, this is the final thing we want. Then I produce. So I've been working more with the guys I used to work with in Zimbabwe. You remember in during lockdown, if maybe you were
yeah.
following, we had some music.
Yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
know whether to say concert or
Yeah,
what. Yeah, that we're
consent.
doing.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we had obviously a group of people we were working with, and well, at that time is it takes me back to the issue we spoke about rehearsal. We would spend a lot of hours practicing, and
Hmm.
it was intense. And I saw us growing from being raw singers, and at the end of the day you would listen and say, no, we are now somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
it seems like there's a lot of logistics that happens when you are doing this because you're saying that you record your voice and then you send it to the
Yes.
producer. The producers
Yeah.
makes the music. So you don't make the music. The music is made by the producer there in Zim, or he finds the musicians to do it,
Yes,
and then they
exactly.
send you back
Yeah.
the instrumental. So
Yes.
you then record the instrumental there in your studio, or I mean them
Yeah.
the voice.
Yes, I record the voice in my studio. Yes.
Okay, and then the mastering, you send
Back
it
to
back
Zim.
to Zim. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
there's a lot of work that happens. So is it the same with the with the recent song that you just did now, Tinetaril?
Entirely. Yes, it's the same. Exactly. That's what I did.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
But going back to the instruments, I saw that you were doing music with the piano. You were doing also the keyboard or the piano. I don't know which one to
Yes.
say, but
Yeah, yeah.
which one do you connect most? Which one do you think is easier for someone to if there's a musician, a singer that want to start playing the
Uh,
instrument?
the acoustic is the easiest. I don't know. It depends with the person, but the acoustic is the simplest if you want, because with the acoustic you can just go with strumming.
Hmm.
With strumming, you're just strumming and you're moving your fingers. You can learn only 3 or 4 chords, and
Yeah.
already you're strumming a melody that you can send to someone, or that you can even play singing, even especially in church. But
Mm,
with the piano, I feel if you are too basic and try to play it somewhere, even you're presenting a special, people will listen and say, oh, what is he trying to do? But with an acoustic, it's got levels. There
mm,
are people that strum, there are people who do finger picking, there are some who are more advanced, but you'd find that there are people who produce music just through strumming. We've
mm.
been doing that, and they've gone far. So the
Mm.
acoustic to me is the easiest.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, so I want to go back to what you said about the Blower 2020. When I think I remember 2020 is we didn't have anything to do. We didn't have a lot of
Yeah,
things
it's
to
really
because we
COVID.
were locked down and we couldn't go out and stuff.
Yeah,
So that's when we resorted to YouTube, and YouTube became a
yes,
thing that time. And we would listen to a
yeah,
lot of, like, our as believers, we don't have a lot of music, and
yes,
music that we tend to go and listen to was Blawayo City Tabernacle, because you guys were doing those concerts. And
yeah.
how was that time, and how did you manage? You guys, who came up with the idea of, say, let's do music, let's post it on YouTube so that people can have
Yeah.
can enjoy, can feel the church vibe again.
Yeah, during that time, Pastor Ngwenya was very supportive when it came to music.
Mm.
We spoke. I think we started. It was on an Easter. I just told him that we've got this vision. It was me and Fuile Kongo. We
Okay.
just said we've got this vision. We want to do one, two, three, four, five. And he said, okay. Since the bride is locked in, we can uh, go and do something. I was working a job that allowed me to move,
Mm.
and also Pastor Ngwenya being a doctor, it also allowed him to move.
Mm.
So I had to mobilize people who wanted, involved Brother Bruce to gather a group of sisters that would work with.
Mm.
Because Brother Bruce gathered the music side of sisters. I had
Yeah.
passed a stage in life where I would have maybe some kind of connection with the youth sisters. So I look
Yeah.
someone who's in the youth to gather that group, and we
Yeah.
started going, and it worked. It really worked out. It
Yo,
really
that.
worked. And
Uh,
one thing that it helped me, it helped us as a church to get connected to the creative world, to the sound guy, the best sound guys in Bulawayo, the best afterwards, right now, even if you look the conventions that are being done in Bulawayo, you'd find that that period connected us to the right people who do the right job for
mm.
us.
So those
Yeah.
guys that were doing sound and other things, were they in church, or it's people that also you found outside that could help?
Yeah, for sound, yes, we found people from outside who would help to do sound. And yeah, so
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
that was a big thing, man. I loved it. So now, where is the thing now? Is it still going on now that you guys are out there? You, Bruce, and maybe Fuele is the one that is
It's
still there, but
it's in my pocket. I'll release.
oh,
Just joking. It so happened that a lot of the guys we just scattered. The sisters got married. A lot
yeah.
of them, almost 90% of them got married. The brothers moved, and yeah, it then we wouldn't say die, or
Mm,
no one really could carry it on the way we used to do. And
yeah.
anyway, the world opened up, and
Yes.
after the world opened up, more focus now was more on driving the church services more than
Mm,
doing the concerts and everything. But during that time, it really worked. Our climax was the one that we did in December, it was December 2023, when we invited the Skosana, Hannah, and crew. When Sister Hannah wrote that song, Auntie Jemima, man,
yeah.
it was something. Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
that time, does that one have a full concert recorded on YouTube or something? Because I only saw clips.
Um, that one was a bit unfortunate. The devil hit us a bit. We lost the sound for that one.
Oh.
So yeah, that it's a lesson you grow. You grow that way. That whenever you are doing a big thing, at
Mm,
least you have to capture the sound using different devices, so that if you lose one, you've got another one. We didn't have a backup,
mm.
because we were now used that we are doing this thing and it's working, and only
Okay.
when we relaxed, then the devil hit us and we lost the sound. The
Oh,
videos are there, but you
the
can't really
sound,
share
yeah,
the videos
and sound is very
with that.
important.
Yeah, it's very important. But it was an amazing thing. It
Yeah.
was very amazing. So we did the concert on a Sunday, on a Saturday, and then on Sunday we were in church.
Mm.
That's when the church videos are there. That's why we have the Auntie Jemima's and other songs.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that was an amazing song. I think it's the one of the maybe the only song that we've seen from that concert or from that period, the Anti
yeah,
Jim
from that
Padma
church,
one.
the
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So also in your music,
Yeah,
is there a business side to your music, or it's just purely for the church, for the bride, or you looking to
it's
expand?
it's purely for the church because I would say to date
Mm,
I've really never solicited any funds from anyone
mm,
saying buy my music, do this and anything. So we do it purely for the bride. I think the drive that I have, you
mm,
see, like what we were saying, even on Facebook, I keep posting, I keep going. If I would do it for the money, I would be really cautious with what I post, how
mm.
it sounds. Because right now I'm still learning how to strum, but you see, I can just post because I'm not
Yeah.
just doing it for the bride to have something to share. It's not about the multitude, but mostly like what the Bible says: if one sheep comes to the fold, we all celebrate. So I'm just after the lost sheep, after
Oh, okay,
spreading the
but
word
it
through
can
music.
be. Sorry, but they can be also. Let's say I'll go back again to what I've said. To say someone sees
Yes.
you and say, Marvin, I love your music. Come to my church, and I'll pay you for the singing. Would you refuse to say no? I'm not gonna take that. Someone wants to pay you
uh,
like for the work of music
I
of
would,
singing that you want to do.
I would boldly. It's a huge temptation, like what Brother Branham says: money, women, and popularity. It is a huge temptation, especially if I at that period I don't have any money, and someone says, "Come and sing, we'll pay you." But since it's something that I've never experienced and I've never done, my answer would be I'll say no because I've never experienced it. I'll say no because there are a lot of things that I do for the ministry
Mm.
that I could be charging right now, but I do not. I just do it
No, but you didn't
for the
charge
ministry.
for this one. You didn't charge. I'm saying that come to my church somewhere there, or I'll pay you. You just do like, but is it wrong to accept to say, okay, I'm paying you, let's say, $500 for the singing that you're going to do? I'm saying I would want to go to my question to say, is it wrong to accept the gift?
Situations differ. I'll
Mm,
go back to say even in the Bible, you'll notice that God dealt with people differently.
mm,
There are people uh, God used in different ways.
mm,
Some people right now they are Levites, like they live off music.
mm.
I wouldn't blame that person. He's in ministry, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's where he's getting his livelihood. For
Mm,
me,
yeah.
music it's not my livelihood. I'm
Mm.
not doing it to survive
To
through
survive,
music.
yeah, yeah.
So if someone calls me and wants to pay me for
Mm,
singing, no. But if someone says we want to arrange logistics, obviously there are places that I cannot access
mm.
because financially I can't fund myself to get to that
Okay.
place. That
Mm,
person says, I'm going to fuel your car,
mm,
come and minister at our church. And the time is there, time is on my side. I'll go and
mm.
minister. But if someone comes to me saying we want to pay you for singing, to me
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
difficult. I
yeah,
don't know. It's just me, but I
yeah.
don't blame or
Those that accept
paying
them.
someone black who accepted that offer. It's
Mm,
just me. Yeah.
yes. Okay. No, I understand what you're saying because you are saying that
Yeah.
life for you, like music, you don't live off of music. You've got
Yes.
a
Yeah.
job and something that you do outside music that
Yes.
that pays you. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I want to touch on something. Let's get over that music and pay because we know there are people also who are getting paid, and those some
Yes.
are refusing, and there's no right or wrong way about it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, I want to to touch on artificial intelligence in music.
Yes.
I've seen quite a
Yes.
lot that uh, there is an artist now that is trending, but this
I
artist,
saw the post. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, this artist is AI. Everything, the voice, the person doesn't exist, but the
Everything.
artist is.
Yes.
What do you think of AI in music? Is it for the good, for the bad?
With where we are going,
Mm,
everyone who says AI is probably going to take over,
mm,
but us as the message believers, we have the spoken word, we've got the word,
mm,
and I I I I lean on the side of us as musicians to remain musicians, to remain singers.
mm.
It's more like a situation where we say a preacher right now can use ChatGPT to get a sermon. It will give them the sermon and they'll preach. So it's more like the same thing. He's still human, but it's AI preaching.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we've got the absolute, we've got the spoken
But to
word. We
just use
really
it
have to
maybe for research, what do you think? Like even the preacher to say, I'm using AI to research. Because I'm sure
I
you cannot just take AI like to say, give me a sermon about Abraham. And it will definitely give you, but
it
still,
will give you, yes.
yes, but also you can go there and do research of things that you may want to know about
Yeah.
Abraham, and also maybe in reference to
Mhm.
verses and stuff. You may not know
Yes.
where the exact verse is, but use AI
Yeah.
for yeah.
AI to gather that. And at times there are things AI has made it easier to get things.
Mm,
I'll say, as a preacher, you can want scriptures, you can want some quotes.
mm,
Obvious preachers used to use Google. They would Google things and bring
yeah,
them together. But with AI now, it can just bring those things. First is the inspiration. Where did you get the inspiration? If you prayed, God
yes,
gave you the inspiration. Even Brother Branham would research and pull
yeah.
up quotes from Abraham Lincoln, from everyone. So, but the inspiration would have come through prayer and fasting.
Mm.
But the research part, we can use AI to
So
research and
meaning that we mustn't lose
like,
ourselves in trying to get
yes,
AI doing things for us. So we better use it as a
yes,
tool to
exactly.
say, okay, I was trying to record something to come up with the chord progression of
Yes,
a song. I think it was like
yeah,
2 days ago. So I went on ChatGPT, give me this kind of codes, and because I
yes,
want to create a song, because I had a melody in my head, but I didn't know the chords. So
yeah,
I used it to give me a chord progression. So that's when I saw that
yes,
no man, this thing is quite big and you can use it to our advantage. Because if I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
the other chords, it's easier for me to quickly go on ChatGPT and tell me the chords that I need to play for this kind of melody,
Exactly.
and it gave
Yeah.
me a good chord progression.
Even with my guitar at times, if I just go on chat GPT, it tells
Mm.
me the progression and
Mm.
everything, say do what 1 2 3, and yeah, it's working, but we
Mm.
just have to be controlled. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So, in closing, we just want to wrap up this, and I want to know what's next for Marvin Dube. What's up in the music? What
There's this
music? Upcoming music? Upcoming something?
there's a song that I'm working on. I'm still actually I finished working on the song, but it's the timeline of releasing it. I might release it tomorrow or next year or somewhere. I
Mm.
first enjoy the song on my own. Yeah, I listen to it
Okay.
with my family,
Mm-hmm.
and but it's quite a lovely song. It speaks about remembering to praise the Lord, to thank the
Mm.
Lord with the little we have.
Mm.
Like people tend to want to thank the Lord when they have
Mm.
had a huge breakthrough, the dream job, the
Yeah.
dream car, the dream house. Then you'll see the praises, the posts on Facebook everywhere. But we tend to forget to thank the Lord for those small things.
Mm. Mm.
That's the basis. It's a chilled song. It's a different song from what I've sung before.
Mm.
Very chilled, very relaxed, but it's got a message. Yeah,
Wow, I can't wait to listen to that and see.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you say to a small Marvin Gaye that is? Hey, so I'm saying Marvin Gaye. I don't know why I'm
Oh
thinking of
man,
Marvin. I've been thinking of these two names, like Marvin Gaye, Marvin Winans.
The
So
Marvins are in music. I don't know why the name
there are a
Marvin.
lot of them. So,
Yeah.
what do you want to say to a small Marvin Dube that is in Bulawayo and is trying to get into music and bless the church?
It's not an easy journey.
Mm,
Uh, there are critics. That's the first hurdle that we have to overcome.
mm,
There are critics who are going to tell you that, oh, your voice is bad. They're going to tell you that,
mm,
oh, what are you trying to do? Because what happens with when you're a creative is that you risk a lot. You tend to do things that people will say, what is
mm.
it doing? But
Yeah.
it's the way a person explodes. When you're exploding into a ministry,
Mm,
it comes as if it's being it's something that people would say, "Yeah, he should be a bit reserved, should hold himself a bit."
mm.
But as long as you've got the drive and the passion to carry on,
Yeah. Yeah.
let not the critics hold you back. As long as you are talking to your pastor, sharing your vision with your pastor, is guiding you in what you're doing,
Mm,
just carry on. Critics
mm.
will not stop you. The next hurdle is finances. I
Yeah.
know when you are starting,
Mm,
going to a studio or anyway, it would be difficult financially. But the moment you sacrifice one thing, the Lord, I don't know how it happens. I remember when I was discussing with Vuile when we were doing the concerts,
mm,
we would start something that we know that it demands a lot of money, not just small money, a
mm,
lot of money.
mm.
And we at times we don't know where we are going to get that money to have that project carry on.
Yeah.
But the moment we start, and we started it with prayer, you'd find things coming together and working out because it's the vision that God gave you. I
Mm,
just encourage people not to give up because of finance. Don't give up. If you save, the sacrifice comes with you saving $1 towards achieving your dream.
mm,
That only will drive you. But people tend to wait for things to come on a silver platter, and they don't.
mm, mm, mm.
They don't. So you just have to carry on.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Marvin, for accepting our invitation. And I'm sure we have to wrap it up from here. And we'll
Yeah.
see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for having me around. I'm also happy being here. This can go on and on and on and on. But
Yeah.
yeah, for it to remain to keep people captivated listening,
Mm.
we have to wrap it up. Oh, I'm happy. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks so much.